How to stop overthinking? If you are replaying conversation in your head hours later, or you can't make a simple decision without spiraling through 10 thoughts like what if, this is for you. So the real three things that actually help me out. The first tip that I would love to give you guys, this 5 minute rule. Give yourself a timer, 5 minutes, to think about a problem, worrying about it, and spiral if you need to. When the timer ends, you close it. You write down whatever the conclusion or whatever shit that you had been in for 5 minutes in your mind. So even it's an unfinished one, you have to move on. Like you just move on from that particular task when you just give yourself like that particular thoughts of 5 minutes, and after timer ends, you just move on to the next task. Overthinking fits on unlimited time. The moment you try to put a boundary on it, your brain stop treating it like an emergency and it become optional. That yeah, you have already think of it. Now let's do your own work, because you also have to do work. Okay. And the second tips that I would love to give is just ask, will this in a year matter? Like just ask yourself, will this matter in a year? The best question that you can ask yourself. Okay, that's the second tip. Before you like spiral on something, a text you send to the someone else like the other day, like what she's gonna think about it and all of the stuff, or the decision you are gonna make. Ask only one single fucking question to yourself. Like, will this thing matter in a year, dude? Like, this is gonna be affect you or not? Like, if it doesn't matter, then honestly, most of the times the answer gonna be no. So that's the one question doesn't stop you from the particular thought, like to, but it helps you to shrink enough that you can actually able to focus on different things rather than just getting in that big breaking like uh, back-to-back loops. It will help you to break through it. And the last tip that I would love to give you guys is just overthinking happens in a loop. So write it down of instead of just replaying it. Okay, just write it down whatever the overthinking you are doing. Overthinking happen in the loops because it stay in your head, and the moment you try to write it down on a paper, even with a 3 lines or 2 lines, in a single 2 lines, the loop breaks. Your brain stop trying to hold on something on that particular thought because it's no longer your responsibilities. That's it. Like it's no longer your responsibility to remember that particular thought because you have write it down, and we already have that tendency of it. Like whenever something we just wrote it down, we really don't even care about it because of we have already wrote it down. So our minds get free because we have already give that energy to something else. So this is a very simple thing and has the biggest impact according to me. Like that I do believe that is a very powerful thing, but you should be able to write it down in order to break that loop, and you can able to focus on different things. Yeah, obviously it will gonna take time, but it will gonna help you to move on to a different task rather than just getting back to the loop. So that's the whole three tips that I had to give you guys. And the book recommendation, I would love to recommend you The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck by Mark Manson. The actual title of The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. That's the actual title of the book. So you can just go through that particular book for the learning, like what's actually worth of your mental energy and what isn't, like where should be even more focused on. Like it will gonna help you to clarification, give like where you should be able to more focus rather than just wasting your time on different things. So that's the whole thing. And the last thing which I would love to share is just overthinking isn't solved by thinking your way out of it. It's solved by giving your thoughts a place to go somewhere else. Right? It just like it isn't solved by just thinking about it. Okay, and thinking your way. It just gets solved by it's you give a place to get out of it, that your thoughts can go somewhere else. That's the thing. Yeah, so thanks for watching the video. Yeah, see you in the next video. Bye bye.